Hello, Nancy. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, actually. And this is lesson 4 from All Cleared 3. On the streets, living from hand to mouth. Homelessness. Homelessness. Okay. What kind of adjective can we, or nouns, can we use for it can be related to homeless or homelessness? Well, misery, poverty, streets, dirtiness, um, no, I mean, mm, depression, suicide as well, drugs, there's so many things. So, this is not an easy one. Hello, young man, what brings you to this neck of the woods? Actually, I was wondering if I could interview you for my newspaper. Me? About what? Well, we are doing a series of articles on the homeless, and you want to know what happened to me, what I live on, what it's like to live from hand to mouth. Yeah, I do want to know. Would you be willing to tell me your story? You got about 3 hours? Whatever we need. Well, then go ahead and sit down. Thanks. Let's see. Well, first, I'd like to ask you no questions. Just listen. You think I grew up poor, don't you? That I don't have an education, but you're dead wrong. I have a college degree. I worked for a big company. My parents would turn over in their graves if they could see me now. But how? I said no questions. Just sit still and listen. In the beginning, I got up at 5 a.m. every day and was at work by 7. And I stayed at the office till 8 in the evening. 13 hours. That was the only way I could keep up with all the work. It just never let up. It just never let up. I never saw my family very much because when I got home, I usually went straight to bed. Well, I guess I was doing a pretty good job because I kept moving up the ladder. I became a manager and got more money, but I also had to work even more hours and weekends too. You can imagine that my wife never stopped complaining. She told me I was getting burned out and had no time for her life. That must have been really hard to hear. Yes, my marriage was at stake, so I went to my boss and I asked for a vacation. He told me to wait 3 more months. He needed me there, so nothing changed. Day in and day out, I worked and worked. Eventually, my wife left, and guess what? The company closed down a year later. The economy was bad and I couldn't find another job. Over time, I lost everything. Hey, how many hours do you work a day? Too many, I'm sure. I just hope you know what you're doing. Things could change for you, you know. You could start over. After all, you're educated. That's wishful thinking, young man. So, it's a very accurate portrait of many homeless people anywhere in the world. People think they are like protected, they don't have to worry about that. But in fact, anybody can be touched by this kind of situation. So this is chapter 4. And so concerning the transcript, no, we had this kind of link. Okay, so this is news BBC concerning the COVID uplifting. That was not what I wanted to talk about. I don't remember somewhere, but they may have changed it because it changed all the time. But anyway, so that's not the one. There's this one. Coronavirus, Hong Kong faces third wave of COVID-19. I haven't really checked the news, international news, this weekend, over the weekend, because I needed to rest a bit. And yeah. So anyway, many the gold mask. Oh my God. So many people have been complaining about a possible second wave in Europe, many scientists. So let's see about that. So 9 of 14 new coronavirus cases reported in Hong Kong in July 7th, 2020 were classified as locally transmitted. The following day, preliminary test results showed that another 14 people in the city had contracted the disease. Health experts said the increasing case numbers signaled that Hong Kong is now experiencing its third wave of infections. The Hong Kong government has decided to escalate its COVID-19 containment strategy. Officials said they are reviewing social distancing measures and imposing new quarantine requirements for domestic helpers. So that is the second one, and one of the third article, Hong Kong to suspend all schools after virus cases spike. So you get an idea. It's pretty sad. Huh? Very, very, very sad. Anyway, so this is pretty, but it's not really, I hope it's well protected here. Anyways, let's go back to chapter 4. All clear for tomorrow. You have a good evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Take care, Nancy. Bye-bye.